Thank you for joining us. It's Dr. Tommy Show, live. How are you guys doing today? It's Wednesday, middle of the week. And if you're hearing this, then you made it to the middle of the week too, just like we did. I'm Dr. Tommy McElroy. I'm sports and family medicine physician and the the host of the Dr. Tommy Show and the Ask Dr. Tommy Show podcast, and also the founder of Echelon-Health, concierge medicine practice in Wesley Chapel. And I'm joined today with Tracy, who is my co-host and who is a clinic coordinator here. Tracy, how are you doing today?
Doing good. Good morning.
And we are joining you to talk about some of the upcoming things that are happening. Good afternoon. Yeah, we're having a lot of events coming up right now, and if you go to Ask Dr. Tommy Show or AskDrTommy.com and click on events, you can see those. And we are live on Facebook right now, so if you're interested in logging into Facebook, you can log into Facebook and send us some comments or questions. But tell us about it's coming up. We have the Mommy Makeover with Dr. Anahita Azarian. Tell us about what that's going to be.
That's November 3rd, right across the street from our office. I believe it starts at 6 o'clock. And there's going to be some raffles, some drawings. I believe you're going to, I think the raffle might even include Botox, free Botox. I believe also you can sign up for a particular type of surgery and save $500. And I can't remember exactly what surgery that is, but I know that you can save $500 off of something. Maybe it's on the card. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but the Mommy Makeover is for women who are basically, it's time to try to take some time for yourself, learn about some of the things that are available, surgical and non-surgical, through cosmetic surgery with Dr. Anahita Azarian at Magnolia Plastic Surgery Center. And so if you're interested in more information, visit itsmyturn.com, or you could go to magnoliapsc.com. And Dr. Anahita Azarian is our cosmetic surgery Ask Dr. Tommy Show expert, and she comes on to tell us about all the different things that are available for women and men who want to have cosmetic surgery and plastic surgery, reconstructive surgery too.
Right.
Not
We'll
just
be there.
surgery.
We're going to be going to the event, and we are going to be taking our Fit Club members over for a field trip.
So that's going to be instead of the regular.
Instead of Fit Club, yes, we'll be going over to see Dr. Anahita Azarian and see what all she has to offer. And it's also her grand opening opening ceremony. Right?
Cool. And she's going to have some hors d'oeuvres for us there. And then we're having a Ask Dr. Tommy Halloween show.
Halloween party, yes.
Halloween party. Tell them about that.
Oh, I'm so excited because Halloween is my favorite holiday. Well, we're going to do that, let's see, October 26th, Wednesday. Doors are going to open at 6 o'clock. And we're going to have some raffles, some appetizers, some wine. It's an opportunity to network a little bit and just have a good time.
And that is going to be a costume party, so you can come dressed as somebody from The Sopranos, Dexter, Breaking Bad, Melrose Place, or 90210. And that is going to be how long is it going to last till?
All night.
All night long.
We're just going to stay here all night and then start seeing patients next morning.
Oh yeah, done that before. Manolo's trivia night tonight. Manolo's 7:30. If you're interested and in the area, go to manolositaliano.com to get the directions, or you can go to AskDrTommy.com and click on Dr. Tommy Live. That has a link to it. But I'll be hosting again. Last time we had 2 winners, 2 tables won.
Right.
And tonight's topics are, I know cars is one. There is also
history, I think you said.
History. There is music, I think. Music? No, music was last time.
Music was last week. I know the bonus is going to be a food question.
Okay. And I think the winner tonight is going to get a bottle of wine from Joe Manolo, who's the proprietor of Manolo's Italiano.
Yes, that's correct. Last week, we gave out Mick injections, or a voucher for a Mick injection.
What's the Mick injection?
Mick is B6 and B12. It's increases your metabolism, has a fat burner in it, gives you some energy, and it's an injection. We both take it once a week.
And if you're interested in learning more about that, just come on in. We'll talk to you about it here.
Yes.
We've been doing it, over 2 years now?
2 years, and I realize when I need one.
I think we're due Monday.
We were due Monday, and I was thinking we need one today. We've been getting them once a week for 2 years, and when I don't get one, I know it.
Yeah.
So it's water soluble, so it's excreted through urine and excreted through sweat. So that's why you can take one once a week.
Yeah, if you're on,
or even twice a week if you want. We did that as well.
Yeah, if you're also having problems with, menopausal symptoms, it helps with hot flashes too. Some of our patients take it just for that.
Yes, that's correct.
Today, I also wanted to talk in depth about the election, and so we're going to spend about 35 minutes talking about the.
You mean 35 seconds?
35 minutes talking about the debates.
All right. 35 minutes, really?
Actually, though, if you were in charge, would you have a third party there? I think I would.
Yes, why not?
I think I would join. I would think who would you have on there?
Gary Johnson.
Who is Gary Johnson?
He is a libertarian candidate, but he will not get the opportunity to debate.
And that's because the election commission says that he doesn't have enough popularity.
That's correct. So we don't get to hear him.
So we're basically forced between Party A or Party B.
Yes.
And no other choices.
No other choices.
But the good thing is that we can have other choices too. You know, I interviewed a candidate for president, Lawrence Kotlikoff. He's on our podcast, AskDrTommy.com. If you go to Ask Dr. Tommy Show, there's a podcast there, and he's an independent candidate, and he's not, going to pull any type of percentage that's going to get him a debate spot, but he'll be able to share, and that's a good thing about the internet. I think in the future, a lot of these candidates can bypass the whole media cycle just by going direct to the public.
Right.
It wasn't until the 1960s really that media had any role in presidential debates. Mm-hmm. That was something that was an invention of the networks. So that's something to consider. I think I'd have Walter Williams on. Walter Williams is on my podcast.
I think he'd be a great choice too.
I think he would wipe the floor with both of those two.
Yes, good chance that would happen.
We're going to have also at the Pioneer Museum is having a Mullets. What's it called? The Pioneer Florida Museum and Village. It's a Mullet and Music Festival, first annual, November 12th, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And that is going to be, they're going to have live music, smoked mullet competition, a mullet head competition, and a mullet toss.
I think you should cut your hair just for this event.
Cut my hair for it? You mean grow it up?
I'm sorry, grow it out, and then, of course, cut it on the side.
I would have to take some biotin to be able to do that.
You can do that. You can get that from Palm's Pharmacy.
Yeah.
That's
I don't think it would grow fast enough, though.
I don't know. I'm taking some biotin that I bought at Palm's Pharmacy, and my nails are growing so long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I think I was the last person in the class to shave my mullet. I had one until I was in 8th grade. That was like 1992. You said Madison used to have a mullet.
Madison, it was not a planned mullet. Mm-hmm. But yes, when she was 3 years old, she was put in timeout, probably for 3 minutes. Uh-huh. But that's all she needed. And she had a pair of scissors in her bedroom. And they were just, kid scissors. But she cut all her hair off. Well, most of it. Some on the side, it looked like she actually shaved it.
Was that done for, spite or
what?
She was just bored?
See, she's always been evil. Just kidding,
Don't
Madison.
say that.
I'm just kidding. Anyway, yes, she did it. And I remember when I walked into her bedroom to look at her, I just started crying and was like, oh my gosh, let's put you in the shower. Uh-huh. I just couldn't believe this was real, that her hair looked like that. But anyway, until it grew out, she was referred to as Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt. That's a great movie.
By my friends. It was a funny movie, yes. But I did not want my daughter called Joe Dirt.
That's why Mom named you Joe Dirt instead of Joe. And then they didn't say what his name was.
It was terrible. But anyway, yes, Madison wanted to make a statement even at 3 years old.
So that's, again, that's a Pioneer Museum. That's a cool little place. We went there for the catfish fry.
A catfish fundraiser.
That was great. And this all Sarah Rose Band.
Yes.
Sarah
it was
Rose,
a good time. Mm-hmm.
Who is our
our
we didn't know it, but it's our waitress from part-time waitress from Skippers.
Yeah. Well, and I had watched the video of her performing on their website, and I was like, gosh, I know this girl. I mean, she looked familiar. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, wow, she got her first start at Skipper's Smokehouse.
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. And then, of course, while we're at this fundraiser, oh my goodness, that's Sarah, our waitress from Skipper's.
Also coming up, we have Palm's Pharmacy Healthy Weight Loss. That's on November 9th. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be talking there about how to lose weight. And I think weight loss is one of those things that we do here as part of our whole health thing. We've had a lot of patients lose a lot of weight.
We have.
And not just lose weight, but lose fat. That's the key. Lose fat, build muscle.
That's right.
What do you think is three ways to tell people to lose fat and build muscle? Three of the major things that you should do on your part besides just
Well, you have
think
to,
about it.
Well, for me anyway, and I think that I think documenting your food intake. I use MyFitnessPal faithfully. Document everything you eat because you will be surprised at the caloric intake, the calories that some foods have, and will make you change your mind. I know I did. I would put my calories in MyFitnessPal or put the food in and then think, oh, it's not worth it. So definitely keeping track of the food you eat. Number 2, you have to exercise. The two go hand in hand. And you have to make sure that you get enough protein.
So tell us about that then, the protein amount that you have in your diet currently.
Well, I know Dylan, our fitness trainer, suggested that you have a gram of protein per pound of body weight.
Okay.
And I definitely struggle with that. It's hard for me. I'm not a huge meat eater, so I could find other ways to eat protein. I have my chicken, so I get plenty of eggs. So I eat a lot of eggs and beans. But so that is a little difficult. But yeah, 1 gram per pound of body weight.
And if you're a vegetarian or vegan, then beans and beans are a high source, but also you can have quinoa is a good source of protein as well.
That's right. Yes.
It's an option for grain if you're looking for something that is something similar to a texture of rice, but you want something that's a little bit more protein, less carbs. Quinoa is a good choice instead of rice.
Right. And I like drinking my protein as well.
If you're out there on Facebook, feel free to text in and ask us questions. Chris Sood says she loves FitnessPal, MyFitnessPal. It helps keep her on track. And I think MyFitnessPal is good too. Also, if you're just trying to be in a restaurant and figure out what is this amount of fat that I'm about to eat or amount of calories, so you can determine whether or not that's something you want to buy or get. You can plug it right in and then bring it right up.
I remember one particular time we ordered, I think it was yuca fries maybe. And of course they were breaded and battered and fried. And after we had already, unfortunately we ordered them, and then I was like, let me look to see how many calories and fats in this. And then I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. And then I regretted it. But I think that was the day we were doing Fit Club. So, we did exercise that day. We exercised hard.
Yeah. So if you're going to do exercise that day, then having extra carbs or normal amount of carbs is not a bad idea. But if you're going to not do any exercise, you could tell after you've eaten a big carb load too, because you feel drowsy.
You just want to go to sleep. So anyway, I was surprised about how many calories and fat grams was in the yuca fries. But anyway, that's why MyFitnessPal comes in so handy. And
you can download that it's a free download.
Free app.
Tell us about an upcoming cooking show we're going to do. It's called Cooking with Dr. Tommy, I think we're going to call it.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're going to do that this weekend, actually.
And we're going to be cooking lumpia, which is a Filipino dish. Lumpia, the one I cook has hamburger in it, but the traditional lumpia has pork in it. And it's going to be me and you and my brother Fred.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've only ate it one time, and it was delicious, but I can't wait to help make it.
Lumpia is a fried dish, so it's something that you're going to want to do on those days when you plan to exercise, but it's delicious. It's got cabbage, carrots, hamburger, or fried or pork, and then you put it in a wrapper that's similar to like a spring roll, and then you deep fry it in hot oil so it doesn't soak in and get all greasy. There's also, you can put onions in it. You can play around with it. Some people put bean sprouts. You can play around.
So what are we going to be doing? What kind of meat?
I think we're going to do a hamburger. And then if Fred can bring some of his pork maybe, because he has pork that he has from some of the hogs that he's processed.
Okay, cool.
So he may still have some of that. He made some with that before. It was delicious.
I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
So if you're interested in following all this stuff, these events we've been talking about, go to AskDrTommy.com and go to events. We have all of them listed. Did we talk about Palms Pharmacy? We talked about that.
No. I think I mentioned biotin, purchasing biotin from
So at Palms Pharmacy, we're doing healthy weight loss. That's going to be on November 9th. We're going to be talking about healthy ways to lose weight. One of the safe ways to lose weight is by dieting and also using phentermine. If you need something extra. So phentermine is a drug that you take that causes your body to basically burn fat. And it also causes your body to think that you're not hungry because it stimulates your body to produce norepinephrine and epinephrine. So epinephrine helps you burn fat. And then norepinephrine, for all of you biochemistry buffs, is a hormone that will make you, among other things, feel like you're not hungry.
I took it a couple months, and it's pretty amazing that your cravings go away.
Yeah, it does make your cravings go away, and if you're not careful, it can make you not eat at all. So we have
Yes.
to curb it for our patients. Some of them only do a half a pill. Some of them do a whole pill.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them try it once and they can't do it because it can make you a little anxious too. But
Yes.
it does very successful. I don't know how many pounds of weight we've had lost here on average, but for the people who are needing to lose weight, I think everyone's gotten close to their goal.
Oh, I think so. Yes.
And then once you get close to your goal, then it's really tricky because that's the part what I call phase 3 or phase 2 of weight loss is when you lose that first phase is not easy, but it comes off faster, let's say. And then phase 2 is when you get close to your ideal weight, it starts to come off slower and then even a plateau. And then when it's really tough, you have to kick it into high gear. And that's when you start doing other exercises, doing more exercises, doing higher intensity. And you're really not watching your diet so much as you're trying to build muscle.
Right.
And get rid of that extra 10, 15, 20 pounds of fat that you need to get rid of. And then after that, it's phase 3 when you're just sculpting the muscle.
Just sculpting.
So as
I need
far
to get to that part.
is so that's going to come up. This Palms Pharmacy. What else do we have? Oh, Robin Hatfield.
Oh,
Happy
yeah.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Robin.
Robin is 27 today, and she and I are doing a podcasting 101 seminar. Robin is the vice president of Just Small Biz Tampa, and she and I are doing a podcasting for small biz seminar.
What's the 18th?
All right, podcasting 101 seminar.
Where's that going to be at in Brandon, right?
Well, why don't I go and ask Dr. Tommy and look?
Good
So
idea.
AskDrTommy.com and click on events. And it is going to be at the Co-work Landing in Brandon. And that is on October 18th, which is 6 days from now. And there it's going to be called Wine and Wondering Podcasting 101. And it's going to be a little thing that Rob and I have done several times. This is not the full-on version, which is an actual instruction where you actually leave making your own podcast. We've done that, and actually want to plug Dr. Jonathan Youssef is one of our first learners who came through, and he has his own podcast. It's on Libsyn. If you're interested in hearing Dr. Jonathan Youssef's podcast, go to AskDrTommy.com and click on podcasters, and you can see his podcast listed as one of ours. But his is called Optimal Health's podcast, and it's optimalhealth.libsyn.com. And he talks about some cool things. He talked about ADHD, and he talked about what else he talked about? He talked about bioidentical hormones.
Did you talk about trigger finger maybe or no?
I can't remember. I didn't hear that one.
Okay.
But so anyway, on October 18th, which is next week, we're going to be talking about podcasting. And Co-work Landing is it's a place where you can go and basically have a place. If you don't need a full-on office, you can have a place where you can just go and be amongst other people, mostly entrepreneurs, but also could be agents or things like that. You know, these people who have to go otherwise go to Starbucks to meet a client or go to wherever Panera meet a client. This is actual place where you can have your own business. You have your own address. You can have your own Wi-Fi, and it's a good place to collaborate. And it's at Co-work Landing. And if you're interested, like I said, go to AskDrTommy.com, click on events, and you'll be able to see that event coming up.
It's a free event.
It's $10.
Well, it's
$10, but that covers
wine.
your food.
That's
and
wine
everything.
and appetizers,
Yeah.
yes. But the
Basically
presentation
free.
that you're giving is basically free.
Yeah, I'm giving a free presentation, and so that's it. As far as did we talk about Savage Race yet? I think Savage Race that's coming up on the 23rd.
Is it the 22nd?
22nd. I always forget that. I always get it wrong.
Well, Savage Race is going to be the 22nd and 23rd, Saturday and Sunday, but we are doing Saturday.
And our wave has been changed. It was going to be 10 o'clock. Now it's 10:45.
Yes, they let you request a wave time, which we did it for 10 o'clock, and they threw us in 10:45.
So if you're interested, go to facebook.com/Tampa Direct Care, or you can go to our Facebook site off of tampadirectcare.com. But anyway, I put a post there, and we're getting close to 20 people for our team. We're going to have some refreshments afterwards.
Yes.
If no one's going to the hospital.
If no one's going to the hospital.
We'll have refreshments, and then we're going
or the morgue.
Don't say that.
I know. I hope no one gets hurt.
No one's going to get hurt.
We're all going to stay together as a group, though, and we're going to be very careful. And we're not in any rush. It's 7.5 miles.
7.5 miles. And that should take how long?
I am anticipating 2 hours minimum.
Okay. Well, let's see what the Facebook thinks. How long do y'all think it's going to take? I know Chris says it's on the 22nd. She can't wait. So let's see how long she thinks it's going to take.
Okay.
So
I think at least, I think it's going to be a good 2 hours. It may be a little bit longer because we have such a large group and we're going to be helping each other along.
Yes. It's going to be a group effort. And I have a link there on a Echelon-Health Facebook site. It's to the Savage Race. And if you want to join, you can join our team. We're getting T-shirts too, right?
Yes. So we have, there's going to be a couple of us that's going to be making shirts. So Chris and I will be doing that this weekend. Robin and Alex are going to be getting bandanas, and Christine and Angie are going to be making our socks.
Oh, great.
Or tie-dyeing our socks. And Chris and I will be tie-dyeing the shirts, and we're going to be doing gator colors.
Awesome. And Chris thinks 2.5 hours, she says.
2.5, okay.
So, we talked about Manolo's, right? Trivia?
I can't remember. I think we did.
Manolo's Trivia is tonight,
Yes.
7:30. Come out, win a prize. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to McFarland's Appliance and Lutz. My washing machine busted, and I had to find a control panel for it. And online, all the control panels they didn't have them, actually. The only place I could find was a place that was going to repair my control panel. So I went to McFarland's anyway. That is a used appliance store. And I got they actually had a control board off another appliance, and I was able to get that for cheaper than I could have got mine repaired. Plus, I know it's going to work because it already worked. And so thank you, McFarland's. It's Abe at McFarland's Appliances in Land O'Lakes. And if you need a washer or dryer and you don't need it to be fancy, might as well get one that's used, I think.
I think so, too. Who needs a really fancy washing machine?
I mean, especially if it's for like your garage or something like that. I mean, you could save yourself several $100s.
Most definitely.
New washing machines are expensive. Berta says trivia tonight, woohoo! So she's excited. She's going to come.
Oh, great!
Also, tell us a little bit about as far as the mommy makeover. Dr. Anahita Azarian is our cosmetic surgery colleague. What, from a female standpoint, from a lady standpoint, what are some of the things that you think of as when you're a mommy or even just a lady in general what are some of the things you look for to learn from a mommy makeover event?
Well, most definitely I am going to ask her about a tummy tuck. That would be my main goal. I think a lot of moms will be interested in tummy tucks and maybe a lift, because sometimes after breastfeeding, they're not as perky as you want them to be or they used to be. So I think those two things will be the most common questions that people are going to have for her. And
then there's also the skin therapy. So you don't have, you can have, Botox and things like that. Fillers. We covered that in one of our podcasts. Also, she does skincare. So she has the Laser 360 is going to be there.
Right.
Talking about some of their skincare.
Yes, line. I know that the laser hair removal, right?
Laser hair removal, and then also for blemishes. I think it can take care of some of the blemishes. Do you have any predictions about who's going to win tonight, as far as from our teams that we've seen before? Z-Pack is a very for Manolo's. Yeah, they're regulars. They're pretty much there every week. Yeah, I think they're always in the top 3. So if you're interested in coming out and challenging for the crown at Manolo's Trivia, come on out. You know who I think is the smartest team? That would be Team Sopranos. Team Sopranos, but they are basically they're no longer retirement. A team. Yes, for now. And so for all of you out there listening, if you want to hear more about Ask Dr. Tommy Show, go to AskDrTommy.com. Also, Dr. Tommy Show Live. We also encourage you to subscribe on iTunes to Ask Dr. Tommy Show podcast, and then also to subscribe on Dr. Tommy Show on YouTube. And you can get to both of those or all of those by going to our website. Echelon-Health's website is tampadirectcare.com, and then the Ask Dr. Tommy website is AskDrTommy.com. And you can subscribe to both YouTube for both of those. And also you can also go online and get a special offer at AskDrTommy.com for all of you physicians out there. Special offer for Atlas MD. If you click on that, you can get 60 days free trial for Atlas MD, which is our software that we use for our EMR. And it helps us keep in touch with our patients, helps us to do billing, it helps us to do messaging. And what else? Well, I mean, it's just a great EMR to navigate around. You can distribute, you can dispense medications too. It's so quick, and there's no meaningful use. That's right. Because it's made for membership practices like ours. And we invite you to come in also if you're interested in learning more about what we do at Echelon Health. Membership medicine, concierge medicine is what we do, and our patients are members. And we make sure that they're our only concern, really, that we have here. That's right. And so, For all of you out there listening, we ask you to go to AskDrTommy.com. And until next time, Tracy, anything else? Parting words?
No, I want to talk about this briefly.
Oh, go ahead.
Before we go, about this magical cloud bread.
Oh, yeah. Tell us about that.
Which is gluten-free and low carb. Now, I cannot remember exactly the carb content. I guess it also depends on how big you make these. But Dylan Harrington, he is our fitness trainer here. He suggested I make these. He made them. And anyway, so I'm like, I'm going to try to make these. And I did. I bake anyway. I love to bake. Mm-hmm. And it was delicious. I have to make it a couple more times to get the exact texture, but I added chicken breast and some avocado and a slice of bacon. It was so very low carb.
So why do they call it cloud bread?
Because I guess it's so light and fluffy, and there's hardly anything to it. There hardly any carbs.
If you go to Echelon-Health on Facebook, then you can see our post that you put on there about the cloud bread.
Yes. I don't know how many. I don't know. I know we had some patients or a couple of people mentioned that they were going to make it. I don't know if they have yet or not. But anyway, it's a lot less carbs than a slice of bread or biscuits or whatever else you want to use. Buns.
We'll go ahead and post that recipe on the site. We'll post that on what should we put it under? Fit Club maybe, or maybe we should put on recipes. How about that?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll make a link. Chris asked about putting the recipe on the site, so I'm gonna make a link on the Echelon Health site of recommended recipes, because we could put all of those recipes we've given the weight loss patients in the past.
Right. Now, I believe this recipe, if you click on the link that I provided, it will take you to the recipe, but we can also put it on our site, on our Echelon Health site. But yeah, anyway, it's a great recipe. I thought it was delicious.
And then I put a post on the Echelon Health Facebook site about red wine and how you can use that to actually raise your cholesterol, raise your good cholesterol, HDL.
Right.
So you can do a glass of red wine a day, and it can help raise your HDL, which is the quote good cholesterol. And that's an option for you if you're interested in having an alcoholic beverage, but you also want to try to be healthy. So that's a good thing for all those of us out there who have that problem, and I'm one of them.
I'm not.
And it raised my LDL to like 50-something.
What was my LDL? No, what
like
was my
90-something?
That was my HDL,
HDL.
right?
My LDL, I'm sorry. My LDL is lower now from red yeast rice, but it raised my HDL to 56, which is normally like in the 30s.
And mine is the highest it's ever been in my entire life. Well, but that's also because I do Fit Club. I exercise, right? It's just not from all the red wine I drink.
That's it. Well, thank you all for listening. Go to AskDrTommy.com. Subscribe on iTunes. Subscribe on YouTube. And until next time, bye-bye.